Hi everyone, welcome back guys. So again, we're here to develop our conversation in English, okay, our conversation skills in English. Remember to adjust the speed and turn on the subtitles if that's the best for you, okay? Coloca a legenda se você quiser e ajusta a velocidade, okay? Again, we're going to use one of my lessons that I create here in my school, Rafi Education Center. Today I want to talk to you guys about novelty. Novelty is novidade, no sentido de experienciar algo novo que você nunca fez antes, okay? We have a special feeling, we feel a special feeling when we are doing something for the first time, just because it's new, just because it's novel. Okay, it's very nice to talk about it, and I want to start with the introduction very fast. It's very interesting. I love this introduction because it gives us power. Let me read it to you guys. So, introduction. We live in a world of anxiety. We worry about our health, the economy, our planet, our safety, and many other issues the modern world imposes on us. Many people use pills to help balance mental health. But we have a natural and free drugstore in our brain. We have a natural and free drugstore in our brain, né? A gente tem uma farmácia dentro do nosso cérebro, gratuita. Basta querer acessar, né? We just need to access it, to understand how it works, okay? So let's go. So the first question that I asked my students was, if you manipulate your brain naturally, if you use natural ways to manipulate your brain. So this is like this. You're feeling sad and you listen to music. You're feeling stressed and you go exercise or you go for a walk in nature. Any of these moments that you are feeling something and then you do something to feel different, to feel better, that's one example of how you can manipulate your brain naturally. Okay, you don't use any medication to do so. So definitely we recommend people to do so if you can avoid using pills. I believe that should be your first resource, okay? Your first resort. So the first place you go to get something, okay? And the next question I did ask my students is, do you take mental health pills? If you take any pills for your mental health, any medication for your mental health, I don't mind asking. People can answer or can choose to not answer. That's okay. But nowadays it's so common. So many people are taking pills for anxiety or maybe to sleep. You know, melatonin. Or people take different degrees of intensity on the pills that the medication that they use. Okay, some are very mild. Mild é uma palavra bem legal, significa ameno, leve, né? A gente usa às vezes para descrever o tempo até, né? A mild weather, né? Um tempo, um clima ameno. Mas a gente também usa bastante para falar de saúde, ok? Quando você fala de sintomas leves, no inglês a gente fala de sintomas amenos, fica ameno, né? Amenos. Mild, ok? M-I-L-D, mild symptoms, sintomas leves, ok? So anyway, we have stronger and mild or lighter, not so intrusive kind of pills. And I do like to talk about it and understand how people are treating their mental health, what techniques, what tools they are using to treat whatever they have. Okay, and then we move on to the actual thing, novelty. Let's understand what is novelty. So novelty is simply defined by being new. It's when something has the characteristic of being unknown to us. Maybe it's something invented a long time ago, something that people have done for hundreds of years. But if we never experienced it, then it's novelty. Okay? So it's not necessarily something that somebody just invented, it was just created or just built and finished. It can be something that is really, really old, but it's the first time that you're doing it. The first time you're watching it, and the first time you're seeing it. So that is definitely, that gives us a amazing sensation. People love traveling, right? People love to travel. Well, one of the main reasons we love traveling is because we normally, when we travel to a place that we have never been before, um, we are experiencing novelty 24/7, né? Que é o tempo todo, né? 24 horas por dia, 7 dias por semana. We are experiencing novelty 24/7. Absolutely everything is new. Imagine how great that is for our brain. Okay? So our brains will produce the feel-good hormones, né? Aqueles hormônios que fazem a gente se sentir bem. Our brains will produce feel-good hormones when we are experiencing novelty. Of course, it should, because if we consider the evolution of humans, it is very important for humans, for a species to survive and to thrive, né? Que é prosperar, vencer, né? To thrive. It's very important to explore things that species doesn't know. And then if you are doing it, it's very important for your brain to give you a reward for that, né? Uma recompensa, prêmio, né? To give you a reward for that. So when we are experiencing novelty, our brain is producing the feel-good hormone. So when you travel to a place you've never been, it's just constant production of, oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. Everything around you is new. Every place you go, every food you eat, every person you see, everything is new. Imagine how great that is. So, of course, we love traveling. That's, of course, one of the reasons we love traveling. So, also, when we are doing something very, very simple, very mundane, né? Muito mundano, muito comum, but it's the first time you're doing it. Some people participate in workshops, like maybe related to art or maybe related to a sport. Whatever it is, if you're doing something for the first time, you think it's amazing, you think it's so cool, you think it's so interesting. And then maybe people are encouraged to continue to do that, and they sign up to a class, to a course, né? Eles se inscrevem, né? And then they discover, this is not so cool actually, né? Na verdade não é tão legal. Actually not so cool. But you were very motivated, you were very excited by the first time you did it, because it was the first time you did it. There is a very strong added element of novelty on the first time you do it. How many people we've seen trying something for the first time, maybe ourselves or maybe our friends and family, and getting extremely excited, and then they say, oh my God, I want to do this every day. I want to do this all the time. I want to sign up for a course. I want to change my career. I want to change my study, my university, whatever it is. People take life decisions sometimes based on something they did for the first time without considering that maybe it was great because it was the first time. So it's definitely very cool. It's something that we should use, we should explore to make us feel happy, to make us feel good. Explore novelty, to do new things constantly. It's definitely something we should do, because maybe we will stumble upon, né, trombar, né? We will stumble upon something that it actually is a great fit for us, né? Encaixa muito bem com a gente, né? It is a great fit for us, and we might actually just incorporate a new habit, a new hobby, or a new profession in our lives and change our lives because we explored something new. We did something new for the first time. But we also should bear in mind, né? Trazer conosco na mente, né? Should bear in mind that be careful, calm down, curb the enthusiasm, né? Curb the enthusiasm, dá uma freada, né? Deixa um pouquinho de lado ali o entusiasmo, né? Before you make life decisions or sign up for a course or something like this. Many motivational speakers will use this, okay? All right? Just a heads up for you guys who are following those influencers, motivational speakers. That's exactly what they do. They tell you something new, and then they use your motivation, your excitement to get you to buy a course. So then we move on to understand why is this important. So this novelty and this reaction that our brain has to novelty, why is it important? So I'll just finish this topic with the text, okay? So why is it important? So studies around the brain's reaction to novelty have suggested increased dopamine levels in the context of novelty. The brain reacts to novelty releasing dopamine, which makes us want to explore in search of a reward. Okay, so it incentivizes us to explore because what we want is that dopamine again. Okay, and then we finish the lesson talking about different ways that we can experience novelty, different ways that we can get novelty. And let me read the text first now because I want to talk to you guys about the many possibilities we have. How to get it? So there are many ways we can get novelty. We can try new food, new drinks, visit new places, meet new people, try new activities like cooking, painting, hiking the woods, or try a new sport, going to an event, or any other novel activity. Okay, really, you can see here that it can be everyday stuff, like very simple, very easy, easy access to anyone can do it. Or it can be bigger things like actually traveling or hiking in the woods, going very far and doing extreme sport. So you can experience novelty in many different levels, okay? But everyone can experience novelty. It is in an easy reach, né? A fácil alcance, né? It is within an easy reach. It is within an easy reach for any one of us. And the question that I asked my students was, what was the last novel activity you experienced? So I think it's a great thing for us to be constantly asking ourselves throughout the year, for example. So when was the last... Got a problem here. So the question was, when was the last time that you did something for the first time? I think it's great to think about it. To be honest, I don't remember right now. Oh, I do remember. So recently, what I did was I got an old bird wood house, uma casinha de pássaro para passarinho de madeira, and I renewed it. So I sanded, que é lixar. I sanded it, and then I put some varnish on it, que é o verniz. Then it's so simple. It's so easy, so fast, but it felt so nice. Now ask me if I want to do that every weekend. No, I don't want to do that every weekend. But it was very cool to do that for the first time. The first time I was doing it, everything was new. Every single little thing, act or step of the process that I was experiencing was new. And then definitely I felt great doing it. So then I asked my students also, I think it's another question we should be constantly asking ourselves is, what would you like to try? So keep watching the world around you, your friends, your family, co-workers, just maybe social media, maybe the internet, and see what people are doing. And then just make sure you have maybe a list of things you think it's interesting and you'd like to try for the first time. So it can be cooking, a sport, it can be to visit a new place, or just to go to a new restaurant and have a new experience, to drink something you've never done before, anything like that. Meeting new people, I love that, like making new friends, participating in a new group. I love it. So there's countless opportunities, né? Incontáveis oportunidades, né? Countless opportunities for us to experience novelty, and I think we should keep that in mind, that it's important to be constantly doing so. Okay, and that's it. So thank you very much for watching. If you guys know people that would benefit from watching these videos, make sure you share that with them. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye bye.